I'll be honest, the only like springtime song that's coming to my mind right now is that springtime song from the producers. And if you know, I can't sing that on my channel. Look, it's springtime. Hello, hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met already, hello, hi, the name's Quinn. It's very nice to meet you. I am 23 years old and I just got married and moved into my new home, the one that we're in right now, which is why it sounds very echoey because it's empty. Yesterday. Got married a week ago, moved yesterday across the country. So with all this craziness going on, I really want to make sure that all my thoughts and everything is really concise and organized. So I have for you guys today my bullet journal spread for the month of April. I'm really excited. I really like how this turned out. It's really pretty and I really hope you guys enjoy it. So without further ado, grab for yourself a tasty snack or a lovely beverage. I have some coffee. It is the same coffee that you saw me drinking in my last video because I'm filming this at the same time I was filming my last video, but it's okay. We don't judge. And let's just get right into the video. Alrighty, so getting into everything here. First off, if it's really echoey, I do apologize. I'm still in an empty house, but this here is my Dingbats journal. I got it as a gift. I really enjoy it. It's an eco-friendly company and they have some really great morals. The pen that I'm using is my handy dandy Pilot G2.05. The Micron pens are 0.08, 0.02, and 0.005. And then the markers I like to use to color everything in are my Crayola Washable Super Tip markers there. You can see in the corner that I am watching some YouTube videos as I draw. And let's just get right into everything here. So as usual, I went in first with a pencil and then just went ahead and outlined everything. It's a way to make sure that I am staying clean with all of my lines here. And then I went in with my 0.08 Micron pen here first to do some outlines. Then this 0.02, I did a little gradient at the bottom of the April here. And on the left, I like to put a quote. The quote I went with this month is "Flowers bloom after rain falls," which I thought was rather suiting for everything that's happening right now. It's a good thing to keep in mind that after all the craziness that's happening with the world, the country, and just everything, that flowers can still bloom. Now, I wanted to continue with the flower theme. Now, I just went ahead and grabbed an envelope that I'm not using anymore, and I'm going to be drawing some flowers everywhere. This is a cool method that I started doing back in middle school and high school. You basically draw flowers over an envelope, over a piece of paper, over Post-it notes. This is just a good way to get a nice hard edge without actually having to draw the line first and then erasing it, making sure that you're going over everything, especially if you're going straight with a pen here. And you can see as I remove it, ta-da, look at that, so fresh and so clean. I really enjoy this method. Like I said, I used it a lot on a lot of my notes when I was in high school and middle school. It's a really nice, easy way to go ahead and get some clean lines without actually having to draw any. And then on the right, I just drew in some areas for some faux tape. If you have washi tape, you can just place them down wherever, but I don't, so I'm just gonna draw my washi tape in later. And we're gonna go back in later to color everything in, but on to our next spread. Now this one here is my month at a glance. I went ahead and put the initials in the top left-hand corner. It's a really easy way to add some more decoration to the page, as well as when I'm flipping through the journal later on, I can go ahead and easily find it. Left some space for to-dos on the left there, and then I just went ahead and did kind of a faux calligraphy while keeping it an open calligraphy, so that way it's not colored in. I like to leave a space for to-dos, so that way if I don't have the exact date of when I need to do a certain chore or anything, I can write it on the corner there. The spacing that I did was a 7x7 grid. Once again, going back in with my envelope and drawing in some flowers. Now, if you want to draw some flowers but you've never done it before, a really simple and easy way to do so is by drawing C's. Honestly, it's the easiest way to draw a flower. You just draw C's over and over, just the letter C as they cross over themselves, and then you'll have a nice little flower. And on to the next spread. Now, if you guys have been around long enough, you guys know and love the spread as much as I do. It is my spending log, which is super helpful for myself, especially with everything happening lately. Now, how I like to track my spending is with the date, the store that I went to, the item that I bought, how much I spent, and whether I paid with card or cash. I do try to follow the cash envelope method in terms of my budget, so this is a way that I track my spending with that. Now, I like to handwrite my budget tracker. You can use an Excel spreadsheet, but this way I can flip through a journal and kind of compare the month-to-month spending. I did the same on the right. And on to our next spread, which is my income log. This is one that I have always loved to do. In the past, I have worked 3 to 4 jobs at a time, so this was a great way for me to keep track of my income. The way that I did so was I would track the date, the job that I worked, how much I made, and whether it was a check, cash, or some other form of payment like online, Venmo, PayPal. My main source of income typically was in the food service, so I made a lot of cash tips. You can easily track online your bank statements when it comes to checks or online payments, but when it comes to cash tips, at least for myself, it was very easy for me to go ahead and take in the cash and immediately spend it, having no idea how much I made that day. So this, for me, was a great way to track all those cash tips. Now, I wanted to fill the spread with as many flowers as I could. I didn't want to do the borders here because honestly, I knew that the spread wasn't going to be that full. So I wanted to fill it up as much as I could with the flowers so that way it didn't look as empty. And on to our next spread. This one here is my first weekly spread. I like to have my weeks here on the left and then a spread on the right for my cash envelopes. I wanted to make it nice and easy and simple for me, nothing too complicated. So I just wrote out everything very simply, not too big of a spread. Did little leaves on the side. And then a space for my cash envelopes on the right, again with just some leaves. Really simple. As normal, I don't want to give myself too much homework to do during the week. And then I just filled in some more flowers in the middle. Okay, now that we've given ourselves some more time, we're gonna go back to the front and start coloring everything in. Now, the markers that I'm using are gonna be a pink color, a more of a peachy salmon, and then a purple color here. I also grabbed an orange to add some more depth to the colors, as well as some greens, so that way I can go ahead and color in the leaves with a light green, and then followed by a darker green to go ahead and color in the lines. Now, I made mine rather messy here. That's the type of method that I like to do with these markers. Making it too clean is a little bit difficult for myself personally. Now, if I was using something like a colored pencil or maybe a crayon, it might be a little bit easier. But as you can see here, these markers picked up the ink really easily and it made it kind of messy. So I just went ahead and grabbed that envelope that I was using before, and I would wipe off the marker before I went ahead and used it. Kind of like as if you were using a highlighter and it picked up your pencil or your ink right after writing some notes in school. I found with the purples and greens, it either didn't pick it up that easily or it just didn't show, but with the pinks, it showed really easily. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're going to be using these markers with these pens. Now, I've never used any other kinds of mediums on my bullet journals, color pencils, crayons, or watercolors or acrylics. So if you have this kind of journal and you have used those kind of mediums, let us know in the comments down below how well it worked out for you. I've never used them, so I'm definitely interested in expanding and using some other kind of paints on these papers. I just want to make sure that it works out pretty well. I know that typically these lighter colors for the markers don't bleed too much, especially if I let the ink dry well enough. I might not have given it enough time to do so, but it doesn't bleed through the paper either, so that's really nice. Now, a big inspiration for these flowers was KT's canvases. I'll go ahead and link her Instagram and her website down below. I don't know her at all. I've never actually bought any of her things, but I found her through TikTok and I kind of became obsessed with the type of flowers that she does. She also does sell her own bullet journal stickers. So if you like, you can go ahead and check her out. And this is how my envelope looks at the end of everything. So now we're just gonna go back to the beginning and do a little flip through. Okay, so that's gonna do it for my bullet journal video for April. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you decided to recreate anything, let me know in the comments below. If you take pictures, tag me in them on Instagram. I really wanna see some recreations of this. I really like this idea of the florals and the little borders and everything. I used to do that on way too many notes when I was in high school. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This coming month is gonna be really stressful and hard for a lot of people. So having a nice pretty thing to look at to kind of relax yourself. It might not cure everything, but at least when you're writing down the things that could be a bit stressful, what you're seeing looks nice. At least that works for me. I don't know if it works for everyone, but for me, I'm a visual person, so pretty pages equals pretty thoughts. If you guys like the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more of my face and see me try to conquer the human race, go ahead and subscribe. You can find me at all of my social media at Quinn Kaylin. We can chat, DM me, become best friends. Send me drawings that you make. I want to be proud of you guys and your creations. Tag me in things. I love it so much. I've recently been posting a lot of my own drawings on Instagram, as well as putting them on my stories and the little doodles and everything. So if you guys like what you saw, you can see some more over on the gram. I love and appreciate you guys oh so very much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Brian and I are going grocery shopping later, and he was like, we need some more green onions because the ones I have are dying. And I was like, sir, we can propagate. So I'm teaching him how to farm. I'm teaching him how vegetables work, that you can grow things. Oh my goodness. If you guys know any propagation techniques, let me know. Send me things, because like green onions are easy to grow. Other vegetables, not so much. So if you guys know anything, send them to me, please, please. Please send them to me. I want to grow things. I want to be a little plant lady.